Let me guess why you clicked on this video. Someone in your family needs help at home, or you can see that day coming, and you sat down to figure out how to pay for it. And within about 10 minutes, you were staring at a screen full of acronyms, eligibility requirements, and fine print, and you closed the tab. I've had this conversation with so many families, and the overwhelm is always the same. Not because the topic is impossible, but because nobody has ever sat down and explained it clearly. That's exactly what we're going to do today. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 4 main ways families pay for home care: Medicare, Medicaid, VA benefits, and private options. What each one covers, who qualifies, and what the catch is. No jargon, no fine print, just a clear map of your options. Because here's what I want you to know before we even start. There is almost certainly more help available than you think. You just need to know where to look. Before we get into the options, I need to address 2 myths that stop families from even asking the right questions. Myth: Medicare covers home care. Truth: Medicare covers home health care, skilled nursing and therapy under very specific conditions. It does not cover ongoing personal care, like bathing, dressing, or companionship. That's a critical distinction, and we'll explain it fully. Myth: we make too much money for Medicaid. Truth: Medicare rules vary dramatically by state, and many states have waiver programs specifically designed for middle-income seniors who need home care. Don't assume you don't qualify until you've actually checked. Okay, now let's look at each option one by one. Option 1, Medicare. Medicare is federal health insurance that most Americans 65 and older automatically have. And because everyone knows the name, it's usually the first place families look when they're trying to figure out how to pay for home care. Here's the honest picture. Medicare will cover home health care, but only under a very specific set of conditions. Your loved one must be considered homebound, meaning it takes considerable effort to leave the house. They must have a doctor certify that they need skilled care, things like physical therapy, occupational therapy, or skilled nursing. And the care must be provided by a Medicare-certified agency. When those conditions are met, Medicare can cover 100% of those skilled services. That's significant. Important: what Medicare does not cover is custodial care, help with bathing, dressing, grooming, meals, and companionship. This is the care most families actually need on an ongoing basis, and it is not a Medicare benefit. Think of Medicare as the acute care option. It steps in when someone is recovering from a surgery, a stroke, or a hospitalization. It's time-limited and condition-specific. Next step: call Medicare directly at 1-800-MEDICARE or visit medicare.gov to understand current home health benefits and find certified agencies in your area. Option 2, Medicaid. Medicaid is where things get more complicated and more interesting. Unlike Medicare, which is a federal program that works the same way in every state, Medicaid is jointly funded by federal and state governments, and every state runs it a little differently. At its core, Medicaid is designed for people with limited income and assets. If your loved one qualifies, Medicaid can be extraordinarily powerful, covering personal care, home health aids, and in many states, even adult day programs and other community services. But here's the piece that changes the conversation for a lot of families. Many states have what are called home and community-based services waivers, sometimes called HCBS waivers. These are programs specifically designed to help people stay in their homes and out of nursing facilities. Income and asset limits for these programs are often higher than people expect, and waiting lists do exist, but these programs are real, they're funded, and they are actively helping families right now. Important note: Medicaid planning can be complex, especially around asset limits and the look-back period for gifts or transfers. If Medicaid is a serious option for your family, consult with an elder law attorney before making any financial moves. The right guidance early can make an enormous difference. Next step: search Your State Medicaid Home Care Waiver to find your state's specific programs. Your local area agency on aging can also help you navigate eligibility. Option 3. Veterans Benefits. If your loved one served in the U.S. military, even if they served decades ago, even if they were never in combat, they may have access to benefits for home care that they have never used and may not even know exist. Veterans benefits for home care are significantly underutilized. That is a problem we can help fix, right here, right now. The VA offers several programs worth knowing about. Aid and Attendance Benefit. This is one of the most valuable and least known benefits available to veterans and their surviving spouses. Aid and Attendance is a pension enhancement that provides monthly financial assistance to veterans who need help with daily activities: bathing, dressing, eating, mobility. It's not just for combat veterans. It's not income-based in the way Medicaid is, and the benefit amounts can be substantial, potentially over $2,000 per month for a veteran and over $1,000 per month for a surviving spouse. The catch? The application process can be slow and complicated. Working with a VA-accredited benefits counselor or elder law attorney can make a significant difference in how quickly and successfully a claim moves forward. VA home health care programs. Beyond aid and attendance, the VA also offers direct home health services through its medical centers, skilled nursing visits, home health aides, and respite care for caregivers, for veterans who are enrolled in the VA healthcare system. If your loved one is a veteran and not yet enrolled in VA healthcare, enrollment is often the first step to unlocking these services. Next step, call the VA's caregiver support line at 1-855-260-3274 or visit va.gov to explore home care programs. A veteran service organization like the VFW or American Legion can also help at no cost. Option 4. Private payment options. For families who don't qualify for Medicaid or VA benefits, or who need care that goes beyond what those programs cover, there are several private options, and some of them are better than people expect. Long-term care insurance. If your loved one purchased a long-term care insurance policy at some point, even years ago, even if the details are fuzzy, now is the time to find it and read it carefully. Long-term care insurance is specifically designed to cover personal care at home, and many policies pay a daily or monthly benefit directly to the policyholder. The definition of what triggers benefits varies by policy, but many activate when someone needs help with 2 or more activities of daily living, things like bathing, dressing, and eating. Common mistake. Many families have a long-term care policy they've never filed a claim on, either because they didn't know care qualified or they didn't realize benefits had begun accruing. If a policy exists, call the insurance company and ask specifically about home care benefits. This one surprises a lot of people. Some life insurance policies have what are called accelerated death benefits, or living benefit riders, provisions that allow the policyholder to access a portion of the death benefit while they're still alive, if they have a chronic illness or need long-term care. It's worth reviewing any existing life insurance policies with the insurance company directly to ask whether living benefits apply. Reverse mortgages. For homeowners 62 and older, a reverse mortgage can convert home equity into tax-free cash that can be used for any purpose, including paying for in-home care. This is a complex financial product with significant trade-offs, and it is not the right fit for every family. Always consult a HUD-approved housing counselor before pursuing a reverse mortgage. This is required by law and genuinely protects you. And finally, private pay. Families who pay out of pocket have the most flexibility. They can choose the agency, the hours, and the type of care without navigating program requirements or eligibility rules. The cost of in-home care varies significantly by region, but the average nationally runs roughly $25 to $35 per hour for a home care aide, which sounds significant, but often compares favorably to assisted living or nursing facility costs, and allows a person to stay in the place they love most, home. Perspective. Many families use a combination of options: VA benefits plus some private pay, or Medicaid covering base hours with families supplementing additional care. The goal is building the right mix for your specific situation. I know that was a lot, so let me bring it back to something simple. Your next step is not to figure out all of this at once. Your next step is to answer one question. Which of these options is most likely to apply to my family's situation? If your loved one is recovering from a recent hospitalization, start with Medicare. If income and assets are limited, look into your state's Medicaid home care waiver programs. If your loved one is a veteran or a surviving spouse of a veteran, the VA benefit conversation needs to happen now. If there's a long-term care insurance policy somewhere in a filing cabinet, find it this week. And if private pay is likely to be part of the picture, the most important thing is to find an agency you trust that communicates clearly and that will be a genuine partner in your loved one's care. You don't have to solve all of this today. You just have to take the next right step. I've put together a free resource in the description, a home care payment guide, a simple one-page summary of everything we covered today, including the phone numbers and websites for Medicare, Medicaid, and the VA, so you don't have to remember any of it from memory. Print it, share it with your siblings, bring it to your next conversation with an elder law attorney or a care advisor. If you found this helpful, please share this video with someone who's navigating the same questions. Figuring this out alone is one of the hardest parts, and sometimes the most powerful thing we can do for someone we love is hand them a map. Subscribe to the Elder Care Insider so you never miss an episode. Every week, we're here with clear, honest guidance on the questions families are actually asking. There is more help available than you think. Let's make sure you find it.